Hello friends, today we are going to see a problem dependent on 1:8 demultiplexer. So we have to implement a full subtractor using 1:8 demultiplexer. So first of all you should know what is full subtractor is. So actually full subtractor means what? We are subtracting binary numbers, right? That is what your full subtractor is. So how many inputs and outputs are there in full subtractor? So in full subtractor actually there are three inputs, right? So that's why A, B and B in, these are the three inputs to the full subtractor, and there are two outputs, that is difference and borrow. So difference is represented by D and borrow is represented by B out, right? So first step is what? Just draw the truth table for full subtractor. So for drawing the truth table you should know number of inputs and number of outputs. As I told you, there are three inputs, so I had written here three inputs and two outputs, that is difference and borrow. Now I have to write the combinations of inputs. So how many inputs are there? Three inputs are there. So how many combinations will be there? 2 to the power n combinations will be there, right? So here n is nothing but the number of inputs. So here 2 to the power 3 inputs means 2 to the power 3, that is 8 combinations are there, and its range will be 0 to 7, right? So I had written here 0 to 7 combinations, and I had calculated here the outputs for each input, right? So this is already explained in a lecture of full subtractor. Just refer that lecture if you are not knowing how to calculate output for difference and borrow, right? So it will help you out. Will not take much time to explain this truth table here. So just refer that lecture, those who are not knowing how to calculate difference and borrow, right? So now we have, second step is what? We have to derive equation from these outputs. Here we are having two outputs, that means we will get two equations, one for borrow and one for difference, right? So you can derive equation from in SOP form or POS form. So here we are deriving equation in SOP form. So in SOP form we are just writing the terms for output logic 1, right? So just you can see here that for difference, here one output is for 1 number output, 2 number output, 4 number output and 7 number output. So that's why my product terms which I'm getting is for 1, 2, 4 and 7. So that's why I had written here 1, 2, 4, 7. And for borrow I'm getting output as 1 for here 1 number, 2 number, 3 number and 7 number. So I had written product terms here, right? And this is the symbol for summation. So that's why this is the equation for sum of product, right? Now the next thing is what? I have to draw the circuit diagram using 1:8 demultiplexer. So here just what I had done, I had drawn a circuit or pin diagram of 1:8 demultiplexer. So here one input, so this input should be always equal to 1. When it, how we will represent as 1? So here it should be connected to +5 volt, right? So that's why this is one input and that should be always 1, right? These 8 are the output lines and these 3 are the select lines, right? Now I have to implement difference and borrow as a output. So you can see here that 1, 2, 4, 7. So that's why y1, y2, y4 and y7. So here this is the SOP equation. So these are the product terms and these product terms are summed together. So sum is represented by OR gate. So I'll OR this all 1, 2, 4, 7 to get the output as difference, right? And here for borrow we are having the product terms as 1, 2, 3, 7. So product number 1, 2, 3, 7 I'll add together to get the output for borrow. So this is the way to solve full subtractor using 1:8 demultiplexer. Now I'll take one more example. So here you can just see that implement the following functions using demultiplexer. So here two functions are given, f1 and f2, and we have to implement these both functions using demultiplexer, right? Which demultiplexer we have to use, it is not mentioned here, but you can see here that 3 inputs, that means how many combinations will be there, 2 to the power 3, that means 8 combinations will be there. So that's why we have to use 1:8 demultiplexer, right? So here just select the demultiplexer. So as I told you that here there are 3 inputs in both the functions we are having. Here inputs are not mentioned, but you can see here that 5 is there, that means it is greater than your 3, right? So actually 3 input means 8 combinations, 2 to the power 3 means 8 combinations, and its range will be 0 to 7. And if I take 2 inputs, then 2 to the power 2, that means 4 combinations, and its range will be 0 to 3, right? So you can see here that it is not below 3, it is greater than 3. So that's why we'll require 1:8 demultiplexer for both the functions, right? So here I had just choose demultiplexer, that is 1:8 demultiplexer I will require, right? Step 2, we have to implement the circuit. So here I had taken for input D in, and that should be always connected to logic 1, so that I had done. Rather than that, for 1:8 demultiplexer I will require select lines. So 3 select lines are there as the relation of your number of inputs, input select lines, and number of outputs is 2 to the power m equal to n, right? Here n is nothing but the number of outputs, so 8 outputs are there. So and 2 to the power 3 means what? 8, right? So value of m is 3. So here 3 select lines I had taken. Now I have to implement functions f1 and f2. So in function f1 we are having 0, 3, 7. So this is the SOP equation, as it is a summation sign. So we have to just sum this product terms. These are what? Product terms. 0, 3, 7 are product terms, and I have to sum these 3 product terms. So for summing these 3 product terms, I have to use OR gate. So that's why I had used OR gate and provided input as 0 number, 3 number, and 7 number. So output for f1 I'll get here, right? Now for f2, here the product terms are 1, 2, and 5. So I had just taken input as 1, 2, and 5 number to the OR gate, since it is also a SOP equation. So sum of product terms, so sum is represented by OR gate. So here OR gate I had used, and output will be f2 function, right? So this is the way to implement any of the functions using demultiplexer, right? Thank you. If you're having any doubt, you can ask me in the comment box also, right? Thank you.